Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 19th of November 1979, and the title is To be in the unlimited stage of retirement means to constantly be an embodiment of remembrance and in constant solitude. Today, Bap Dada was singing praise of all the children's fortune. Baba was pleased to see the elevated lines of fortune of his children. Do you know exactly what can be seen from the elevated lines of your fortune? The first thing that Baba looked at was the time of birth, tithi, which includes the date, time, special omens, clan, religion, prosperity, relationships, and occupation. Your fortune can be recognized through all these things. Do you all know these aspects of yourself so clearly? What is the time of birth of all of you? Even today, your fortune is known from your date of birth or your horoscope. So, what is the horoscope and date of birth of all of you? What is your date of birth? When did you all incarnate? When do Brahmins incarnate? The date of Baba's incarnation is also the date of your incarnation. Brahmins are created at the same time as Brahma. What would you say is the date of the original jewels? The date of the Father's incarnation is the date of birth of the original jewels. What is the time period? The time of the confluence age is the time of the muhurat of Brahma, time of auspicious omens of Brahma. So, the time of everyone's birth is the Brahma muhurat, auspicious time of creation. What is your horoscope? People in the world outside have many different aspects of horoscope, but your horoscope is the same as the Father's, a World Benefactor. This is also the horoscope of all of you, in which all the virtues of the Father are merged. The omens are the omens of Thursday, the day of the Satguru. Your clan is the most elevated clan. You belong directly to the clan of God. You belong to the godly clan. Your position is that of a master almighty authority. Your wealth is limitless and imperishable. Your religion is that of the Brahmin top knot. Your line of the intellect is broad and understands the three aspects of time. Now just think about these things. Could anyone else have more lines of elevated fortune than you? Your line of action shows that you are a constant karma yogi, an easy yogi, and a Raj yogi. Baba has clearly drawn this line of fortune for you. The crown and throne are visible in you stars of fortune. What fortune could be more elevated than this? Today, Bap Dada was seeing all the types of constant fortune of all of you. Just as Bap Dada is pleased to see the fortune of all of you children, are you just as pleased to see your own fortune? What do the trivial things matter? You tell people on the path of devotion that all their worshipping is like playing with dolls. They give them birth, decorate them, worship them, and then drown them. Just as you refer to this as playing with the worshipping dolls, in the same way, you children, who are master bestowers of fortune, play with dolls of all the trivial situations that come up from time to time. The situations may not be anything real, significant, but they come up in your life in new forms in order for you to settle your karmic accounts, or for you to give yourself a test paper of dharana, or to examine your own stage. The situations are totally lifeless and without a core, and yet when they come in front of you, just as they give life to the non-living images and make them grow, in the same way you also create dolls of jealousy, dolls of doubts, dolls of imagination, dolls of force, dolls of bossiness. You create idols of the situations and give them life. You yourself experience them to be true, and you also make others feel that they are true. You give life to that doll by saying, "This situation is correct." What do you then do? You have composed a song about this. Drown, drown. So what do? You decorate the idol of that situation with so many memories of the past and assumptions of the future. Then, just as people offer bhog to the deities or their idols, so too, what bhog do you offer? You put forward points of knowledge in the wrong way. You offer bhog in this way. This happens all the time. This happens to everyone. According to the drama, I am only an effort maker at present. It is only at the end that we can become karmatit. While offering this bhog of various points of knowledge, you very firmly justify yourself about everything. So, first you offer unprepared kacha food, and then you offer properly cooked food. Then, not only do you take this bhog, points of knowledge, yourself, but you also offer it to the companions and family members who are with you. You make the family sit with you. You make their intellects consume this food. However, what will you have to do at the end? You will have to drown those idols, those dolls, in the remembrance of Baba, the ocean of knowledge, in the waves of the ocean of knowledge, by allowing the past to be the past, in the waves of self-progress, in the waves of taking a high jump, in the waves of the awareness of being an embodiment of remembrance, and in the waves of being a master embodiment of knowledge. However, what would you say about all the time you spent on this? Just as you tell people on the path of devotion that their playing with dolls is a waste of time and money, so too you waste the most elevated time, knowledge, and the treasure of all powers of the confluence age. What are all of those trivial matters? A game of dolls. Don't keep yourself busy in playing these games. Constantly see your elevated fortune. According to the present time, you are close to your stage of retirement. Those who are in the stage of retirement do not play with dolls. They remain in solitude and maintain remembrance. So all of you who are in the unlimited stage of retirement should constantly stay in the depth of one. That is, you should be in constant solitude and constantly remain an embodiment of remembrance. This means to be in the unlimited stage of retirement. Bap Dada conducted drill for 3 minutes. Do you not like this stage? You would constantly remember something you like, would you not? So, what does Baba now want, and what do you now want? You both want the same thing, that the children become equal to the father and remain constantly absorbed in remembrance of him. Do you not want to become totally absorbed? To become equal means to become absorbed. Do you understand? Or is it that the father wants one thing and you children want something else? Is this the season when you become the practical form of what Baba says? Or is it just of listening to Baba? Baba will tell you later what the time is calling out for, what your devotees are calling out for, what the sorrowful and peaceless souls are calling out for, what the religious leaders, scientists, and political leaders are calling out for, and also what the elements are calling out for. Hey souls, who are benefactors for everyone, are you able to hear everyone's call? Or are you still busy playing with dolls? Acha, Bap Dada will tell you what everyone is calling out for later. You can hear it at Amrit Vela tomorrow. To those who constantly sing of their fortune, to those who are constantly equal to the Father, to those who are constantly in solitude and absorbed in remembrance of Baba, to the embodiments of success who use every moment in a worthwhile way, to the master embodiments of knowledge who have finished playing games of devotion, to those who are embodiments of remembrance and power, to such multi-million times fortunate children, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bap Dada meeting groups. Mysore, do all of you experience yourselves to be the most elevated souls? You are such elevated souls that your Father himself leaves his home to come and meet you children. For half a kalp, you have been singing, leave your home and come down here. But you didn't know how or when he would come and meet you. You spent all your days waiting. Now your waiting has ended and you are celebrating a meeting in person. Would anyone else have such an elevated fortune? You never ever dreamt that you would talk to God, or that you would actually sit and eat doli with him. You are experiencing all of this in a practical way. What is the journey you made when compared to the attainments you receive? Baba has to journey from such a long way. Is Baba's place further or is yours? When you are happy, you don't feel tired or experience any difficulty. On your 4-day journey, you would have the stage of a constant yogi. You would be thinking, when will we arrive there and meet Baba? So, this is being a constant yogi, is it not? This is also an income. To be a Brahmin means to earn an income at every step and not to suffer in any way at all. Just as a rose has thorns for its protection, so too, all the difficulties you experience are just instruments to make you remember Baba even more. Even when an atheist experiences any type of pain, he says, "Oh God." So even pain becomes an instrument to remind you of God. Nothing can be difficult at the confluence. At this time, all of you children have full rights to all of Baba's treasures. What are Baba's treasures? Peace, happiness, bliss, love, etc. are the Father's treasures. So, how is it possible that one who has full rights to all of this is not happy? Every day at Amrit Vela, apply the tilak of the awareness of being one with full rights. If you have put this tilak on yourself, you can remain constantly cheerful. Don't let your tilak be rubbed off. No matter how much Maya tries to rub it off, don't allow that to happen. Then you will continue to receive the blessing of "May you be imperishable." You are celebrating your silver jubilee, but celebrate it in a golden aged stage. You have stayed very courageous. Your result is good. All of you children are good, mature, experienced, and hardworking. You have received a good certificate, meeting double foreign brothers and sisters. Just as you are foreigners in terms of your physical country, so too do all of you souls continue to move along while considering yourselves to be foreigners, that is, to be residents of Paramdam. Always experience that I, the soul, have incarnated from Paramdam in order to carry out the task of world benefit. What will happen when you always have this awareness? Whatever thoughts you create, deeds you perform, words you speak, and wherever your vision falls, you will continue to benefit everyone. This awareness will work like a lighthouse. A physical lighthouse would only radiate light of one color, but here, you lighthouses of all powers should carry out the task of showing souls the path at every step. Always maintain this awareness so that whosoever comes in front of you will experience themselves to have come in front of a limitless mine of treasures. As soon as they come to you, they should feel that they have come to a place where they are going to experience all attainments. All of you foreigners have to serve as mobile lighthouses. What would be the result of so many lighthouses in one place? Everyone would sing songs of wonder. Constantly keep one image in front of you. You have a picture in which Brahma is pointing upwards to Shiv Baba. In the same way, every deed and thought of yours should signal towards the Father. So check whether your thoughts are giving this signal to others. When all souls have received a signal about the Father, people will begin praising you, just as at present that they sing other songs, so they will then sing praise of you and the Father everywhere with all types of music. What would the scene be at that time? And where would all of you be? In Madhuban. What would the devotees do if all of you were to come running to Madhuban. At that time, they would have visions of all of you as those who are seated on Bap Dada's heart throne. At that time, people will see you seated on Bap Dada's heart throne. The whole world would be crying out in distress, and you would bless them. Do you have a vision of yourself being seated on the heart throne in this way? To be a Brahmin means to be someone with all rights. Do you still have to claim your rights? Or did you receive all rights at your birth? Bap Dada constantly sees all of you as those who have the throne and crown. Do you get down from your throne? Elevated people never step on anything other than a carpet. You souls are the most elevated of all, and so your foot mustn't touch the earth. You must stay on your throne. Do everything while remaining seated on your throne. Eating, drinking, touring, walking, etc. must all take place while you remain seated on your throne. Do you understand? Are all of you double foreigners doing the service you have been given? Everyone here is now waiting for the sound from abroad to awaken the Kumbhkaran of Bharat. You have to make a loud sound. The result of service in the foreign lands is good. What do you have to do now? Plans were put to Bap Dada. Your plans are good. You will of course do this, but you now also have to create such an atmosphere that it works like a magnet. The sound should spread so much that everyone comes to know that if anyone wants peace, happiness, and love, they can find it here. Let it be advertised in this way. Nowadays, people want to experience something a lot more through vibrations than words. Give your speech, but before you do so, spread such an atmosphere. Then, just as the thirst of someone is quenched with water, so too the thirst that all souls have for peace and happiness will also be quenched. When this establishment began, even when someone came for the first time, that person would return with an experience. Whatever happened at the beginning will happen a lot more at the end. Now create this type of atmosphere. However, that can only happen when all of you are constantly stable in this stage. At that time, everyone will experience it to be like the rays of the sun. Everyone will wonder where the rays are coming from. You now have to make such effort. All of you have been refreshed very much. All of you have been refreshed to such an extent that you remain constantly refreshed. This time, doubly underline one word in particular. What is that word? Constant. Whether it is thoughts or words, doubly underline the word constant before you leave here. Constantly remain on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Constantly be an embodiment of knowledge. Be constant in your dharana and service. Doubly underline all four subjects before you leave. Do you understand? Take this one word as a blessing with you. Blessing, may you be a powerful soul and an easy yogi who changes wasteful thoughts into powerful thoughts. Many children think that their part is not so visible, that they are unable to have yoga or become bodiless. All of these thoughts are wasteful. Change all of these thoughts into powerful thoughts by understanding that remembrance is your original religion. Every cycle, I become an easy yogi. If I don't become a yogi, who else would? Never think, what can I do? My body is not cooperating. This old body is useless. Instead of thinking in this way, have thoughts of wonder and sing praise of this final body of yours, and you will receive power. Slogan: the power of your pure wishes is able to transform any wasteful feelings of others. Om Shanti.